Driftwood Girl camp right over the speed. Dainty Pat, a length and a half away. Watto's Fury covered by Fine Scent, who's trailed in turn by Turbo Power, and looking to get off the inside now is Sun Boss as they come around the turn. Straightening up there on the point of the bend. Epic Grey, the favourite, led Time and Truth. Now here's Dainty Pat coming to the outside, letting down with its run. Driftwood Girl searching for a rails run. Fine Scent making ground at the 250, and Epic Grey joined quickly by Dainty Pat. Fine Scent's a length away. Driftwood Girl's down on the rail. Dainty Pat, Epic Grey fighting back at the 100 mark. Epic Grey, Dainty Pat, now Fine Scent. Epic Grey, Dainty Pat. Here's a ding-dong go. They split it. Epic Grey kicked and won. Epic Grey narrowly from Fine Scent. A half head away, Dainty Pat in the middle. Driftwood Girl fourth from Watto's Fury. Sun Boss a handy run behind them. Then Turbo Power with Time and Truth wilting to run last. Number 7, Epic Grey. Daniel Stake. He held it together for as long as possible, and it allowed Dainty Pat to level up and get its head in front. Fine Scent closing in, but Epic Grey had certainly something to offer, and the gelding by Wicked Style lifted, found, and has beaten Fine Scent, with Dainty Pat just weakening on its run ever so slightly in the last 50 of the race. Epic Grey making it 2 wins now from 4 starts, with a fighting victory after leading from the outset. Number 7 will be the winner. Epic Grey, D Stake over 9. Fine Scent, ridden by W Pike, and Dainty Pat, number 6, third home. Chris Parnham, 796, pays 220 for the win there. Epic Grey. Race by Mrs. M.D. Roundsville, the Doyland Proprietary Limited, JW, DJ Roundsville, J. Palermo, G. Taylor, T. Carew Reid, T. Ablett, D. Carew Reid, W. Owen and B. Ward, M. Appleby, and the OC 11 Syndicate. By Wicked Style from Embellish, trained by Lindsay Smith and ridden by Daniel Stake. 220 and 130, defeating 9 Fine Scent by All Too Hard from Patu for Ray and Mrs. B.D. Meadowcroft, trained by Simon Miller, ridden by William Pike. 210 the place. And Dainty Pat, third by Patronise out of Brynhild for Carol Morton, Duncan Stewart, Ron Sayers, B. Turner, Ms. S. Ayton, Nat Bortolotti, M. Burrows, G. Mrs. D. Pratt, A. Hayden, trained by Dan Morton, ridden by Chris Parnham. $1.60 is the place return in 112.76. So it was a desperate finish, and desperate measures required by Dan Stake to shake up the grey to regain the lead and just win from Fine Scent and Dainty Pat. The official margins up in just a couple of moments. Race 5, the Idyllic Prince Stakes over 1,300. The feature event this afternoon from Belmont Park is at 10 after 3. And there is a field of 7. No changes to the next on the card. 1, 2, 6 and 5. Battle Hero, we think, can beat number 2, Mickey Two Toes. 6, Just Act Natural, and 5, It's It. 1, 2, 6 and 5. Okay, we should get the margins up in a couple of moments here following the running of race number 4. Those details are still not just to hand at this particular stage. We'll have them down the line very, very shortly as Dan Stake returns aboard the winner, Epic Grey, getting home. Now, those margins are a half ahead by a short head. Half ahead, a short head. Wonderful finish. And the time, 112.76, with the Idyllic Prince today at 3:10. Now let's go back down into the winners' enclosure after the victory of Epic Grey, the favourite getting home after a fighting victory.
Darren and Dean Tuvey representing the Lindsay Smith yard. Epic Grey, no doubt a plan of attack there to drive through in the early stages so the horse didn't get bottled up.
Well, I think he just got to the front early and pretty easy, and Dan just let him roll along.
He looked to have come on since that first up win. He looked pretty good in the yard.
Yeah, he looked fantastic, and he's definitely come on since his last start. Yeah, and that was a terrific run. Yeah.
And what is Lindsay planning to do with the horse over the next few weeks?
Well, he's got a bit of ability, this bloke. Look, he'll be rapt that he continued to step up. So that's a Saturday win, and he was there to get beaten today. Lindsay's always had a huge opinion of him. We don't know if he'll get the mile, but I think the plan, according to Lindsay, is see if he can make the guineas, but a mile might be a bit too far, but Lindsay knows what he's doing, so if anyone can get him there, he can.
Flying Time has been fairly enigmatic over the years, but has terrific ability on its day. It bumps into a hot field.
Yeah, look, we backed him up. He ran second in a listed race a couple of starts ago. and we backed him up the week after, which probably wasn't fair to the horse, and that was over 1400. So Lindsay's just gone back to what he knows best, what he knows works. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Okay, well done with Epic Grey. Hopefully a double here with Flying Time.
Thank you very much.
Dean Tuvey there representing the Lindsay Smith yard. Daniel, gee, that was a fighting performance.
Yeah, I think the horse is all right. Yeah, it's a nice type of win, and it was a very good run last start. So, yeah, I think there's bigger and better days for him.
Just visually, he's got a beautiful stride on him. How does he feel to ride?
Yeah, he's magnificent. Yeah, he's quite different. Like, I probably don't know much about the breed. Actually, don't know anything about Wicked Style, but he's a lovely horse, and there's bigger and better days for him.
What are we thinking 100 metres to go? You had two horses coming very hard at you in Dainty Pat and Fine Sense. Did you feel like you'd hold on?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of fighting quality about him. Yeah, I was still confident at every stage of the race.
Flying Time in the next, just spoken to Dean. You know, he's in and out, but freshened up. Chance?
Yeah, he's not the worst. I think he'll carry the weight easy. So, yeah, have a look.
Who's your best at Cal tomorrow, Dan?
Probably High on Love.
High on Love. Terrific. Thanks, Dan. Well done today, mate. Beautiful ride on Epic Grey, holding the lead and fighting them off with some very strong riding.